Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Spiritual Conversations with me, Anovich Tarot. Today I wanted to talk about spiritual bad days. What are spiritual bad days? Why do we have them? And the kind of mindset we need to hold to be able to get over these spiritual bad days, the patience that we need to have to be able to get over these spiritual bad days. So, let's get right into it. What are spiritual bad days? So, you've started your spiritual journey, you started experiencing communication with your higher self or your angels. You're feeling that flow of energy, you're feeling that flow of blessings and information and knowledge and wisdom pouring down into your life, and suddenly all of that stops. Or most mornings you wake up in the morning and you have this burst of enthusiasm, you have this burst of energy. You everything is going as per plan, your vibrations are up, your energy level is up. And then there are days when you wake up and you don't know what hit you. The energy is at its lowest. You don't feel like doing anything. You don't feel like doing meditation. You don't feel like interacting with people. Or there could be days where you are, you just wake up and everything is wrong. You wake up in a bad mood. You go to work, you have a bad day. On the way to work, you have a bad day. At home, you have a bad day. No matter what you try to do, the day just doesn't work in your favor, and you don't understand why this is happening, because you're doing the meditations, you're having that communication, going with your angels or your guides, and it's still not working out. Or there could be days where you feel like you've been stagnant for quite some time. You feel like nothing is moving, no new information is coming, no new energy is flowing in. You've been doing all that you think you were supposed to do, or all that you decided to do, and still nothing is working. So now you're having this crazy self doubt around your process. You probably even feel like it's not worth it. Why am I even doing all of these things? So, this is how a spiritual bad day or a string of spiritual bad days would generally look like. So, why are things suddenly, they were so good, and now there's just this blah feeling or this confused feeling? Why is it happening? Some of the reasons why this could be happening. The very obvious reason, first of all, would be maybe the process that you are using is not the right process for you. Maybe somebody told you, maybe you should try this, or you've watched a couple of videos and you decided that this is something that you're gonna try. Or maybe you found a new meditation and you decided this is something I'm gonna try. um, so, and you realize that now you're feeling like it's not working for you, nothing is moving, nothing is happening. Maybe the process is not for you. What you need to do is you need to figure out a different way. Something that I found out on my journey is that, because it's a personal journey, right? So we need to try many different methods until we finally settle on to something that feels comfortable to us, something that we don't really have to put too much pressure on ourselves, or something that naturally flows. Because there's so many channels, there's so many people out there, there's so much of information, opinions out there. Somebody's talking about it, other people are saying that it worked for them, and so you want to try it, and so you're trying to make it work for you, but without realizing that this process is something that needs to come to you very easily. It shouldn't feel like pressure, it shouldn't feel like, oh my god, now I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to feel like this, it has to be like this. That's not the feeling that we're trying to get. We're trying to feel we're trying to what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand what comes naturally to us, what flows naturally with us, what is that flow state that we can achieve to be able to be in the same vibration, be freely, be happily in the same vibration without even having to um, overthink it, or without having to force it, right? So that could be one of the reasons why your method or your process is not working for you. Another reason could be that during your process or during your meditation, you've come to an enlightenment, knowledge that something in you is missing, and this is something maybe you need to apply in your day to day life, or maybe life should be like this, or maybe I should be like this. You will notice that during these stagnant days, there will be a lot of opportunities for you to apply this knowledge or this wisdom into your day to day life. So, if you're having a period where nothing is working, nothing is happening, it is for this knowledge to sink in so that you can apply it to your day to day life. That is what the spiritual journey is about, where you get the knowledge from source or from your higher self or from your angels, whatever that might be. You get the knowledge from there and then you apply it into your day to day life. It is not supposed to be where we receive knowledge or we receive an understanding and we go about telling other people about the understanding. Yes, please share the knowledge, but mostly it is for you to apply that into your own life, for you to be that knowledge. Once you be that knowledge, the knowledge gets converted into wisdom. That is when you raise your vibrations. That is when you clear karmic cycles. Another reason could be that you've during your process, during your meditations, you received this download of light knowledge, or you received this download of wisdom. It doesn't always have to come as a thought. Our cells are also changing, our cells are also vibrating. So our cells, even if we are not aware of it consciously, we're still receiving that energy, we're still receiving that knowledge. So sometimes especially on days where you don't feel like doing anything, your energy is really low, all you want to do is lie in bed. And if you're not medically unwell, then the reason why this is happening is because your system, your cells, your body, your mind is absorbing that information and it is flowing down into your system. It's like the brain needs to stop working to assimilate all that knowledge that it has gathered, all that energy that it has gathered. It needs time for it to, work on that energy, to spread that energy out, and then, come back into form to collect or receive more energy. So this would be like a cool off period for your body, for your system. Maybe it's not something that you want, but it's something that your body needs at that time, and your body is just um, acting out as per the knowledge of its own cells, the requirement of its cells. So if you're going through a spiritual bad day, all the other kind of feelings are okay, but when it comes to self doubt, when you're doubting the process, when you're doubting whether this is what you should be doing, this is what you should be spending your time on, in that period, we need to remember that this journey, this life path is a choice. Nobody's forcing you. It is what your soul is here to do. Your soul is here to learn, it's here to grow, it's here to elevate, and it can only happen in your human form. But at the same time, you have a choice whether you want to you want to do that journey in this lifetime, or you're gonna do that journey in another lifetime. It just extends that um, cycle of evolution for your own soul. So always remember that we have a choice in this journey, whether we want to continue or we want to go back to mainstream and do what we have always been doing, or we want to push ourselves to see where this path is going to take us, how much we can actually endure on this path. Another thing to remember, and it's a very important thing to remember, is Source or God did not put us here to suffer. We were created as beings that were meant to enjoy our lives, that can have anything that we want to have, to enjoy this planet, to enjoy this life. Suffering is our own choice. Suffering is the cause and effect of the choices that we make on a day to day basis. It is these karmic cycles that we carry on, we drag through a lifetime after lifetime. It is not because we are created here for pain and for suffering. So it is very important to remember this part, because when you remember this, when you remember this in your journey, that we are not here to suffer, or we're not here to endure this much pain. Our life was, we are meant to enjoy this life. When you remember this, if you can truly take it in and understand it in your being, um, that is when the shift happens, because then you are opening up yourself to accept the gift of God. You are opening up yourself to accept, to be that creator. You might not consciously be doing it. You might not snap your finger and have everything that you want to have, but what you are doing is, you are allowing the energy around you to take over, to give you that which you want to get. So instead of attracting the bad in our lives, we somehow start to attract the good that was meant for us, by not concentrating on the bad that is happening to us. Now you might say that I'm having a bad day. Family is in this bad situation, finances in this bad situation. How can you say have this happy mentality, have this good mentality? That's not what I'm saying. um, what I'm saying is that if you are in that situation, then you need to really ask yourself what it is that is keeping you in this situation. How is your mindset holding you captive to this situation? Again, I'm not saying that it is your fault, but somewhere down the line there was a cause and effect. Somewhere down the line there were choices that you've been making that is keeping you in this situation. Like I stated before, it is only you that can figure out what are those choices that you are making that is keeping you in that same place. What is the loophole that you're not looking at? Every situation has a loophole, but there's something that you're not looking at. You need to pay closer attention to your life. Maybe, um, again, something that really helped me was really asking for help, to be shown a direction and be open to how that direction is being shown to me, or being open to how the answers are coming, or those changes that I need to make. So I might think, like, if I received a pot of gold, or if I found a treasure, or if I won the lottery, then that is going to solve my financial situation. But maybe that's not the answer. Maybe that's the method, or that's the way that I want the solution to come to me. But that is not the way the solution was meant to come to me. Maybe the solution was supposed to come to me in the form of help. Maybe it was supposed to come to me in the form of another career, or maybe it was supposed to come to me as me changing my job. something like that. So I'm not wanting to look at that option because I'm not thinking about it. My mind is not thinking about that option. I'm busy thinking I need to win the lottery. So I am not even seeing an option that is being shown to me, right? So so notice those situations that you are confining yourself to. This journey is not easy. There will be it takes a lot of shadow work, it takes a lot of inner work for you to really understand and break out of this cycle that we all been stuck in, because we've all grown up with the idea that we need to work, we need to be hardworking to earn money, we have to secure the job, we have to have that position, and all of these things. We've grown up with that, and we're so fierce in that competition. I need to be the best at what I am doing. I need to. But again, coming back to what I just said, that God did not put us here to suffer. He put us here to have this spiritual evolution. Money and job is only here to support us in the lifetime. When once you die, it doesn't go with you. Your title is not taken, your money is not taken, your job is not taken along with you. You do not reincarnate into the same job, into the same role, into the same position. You don't. You start from scratch. But what you do carry with you is the energy of how you lived your life, of the good that you collected and the bad that you collected. That is something that carries on with you, right? So if we are able to, if we break out of this, that we need to work hard, we have to struggle, we have to go through pain. If we are able to mentally break out of this cycle, we will definitely find the loopholes to break out of this mindset that we've been living in and being passing on generation after generation for so long. And because this is a personal journey, this video is only meant to give you another way of thinking, another option to try, to open up your mind in different directions. Because when you listen to many people and you listen to all of the options, you finally settle on the one that you think is going to work for you, that you think it suits you the best, it suits who you are, it suits your character, it suits your personality. And you understand that this is a way that I can that is going to come easy to me. I don't have to uh, struggle to do the work. I don't have to work hard in this method, because life is already hard enough, right? So why choose a journey that is also going to be hard? The journey is difficult because it's a very mental journey. The journey is difficult because we're still trying to break out of that cycle, where we are now trying to undo the learnings that have been taught to us and put us in the cycle in the first place. So now we're trying to undo that. So you need to find a method that is going to work for you, that is going to be comfortable for you, that is going to be easy for you. So my intention through the video is just to give a different angle, just to give a different direction. And if it does not suit you, you don't need to do it. If you think that this is something that makes sense, if it works, like I said, spiritual common sense, if it works, then it's another angle that you can explore. So once you take a process and you start to do it and you start to see the changes that the process is bringing to you, when we start to see the manifestation of miracles in our lives, that is the answer that what you are doing is working. You are on the right track, you're on the right path. When I say miracle, I don't mean out of nowhere something is going to fall in your lap and make you rich overnight all of a sudden or something like that. It might happen, again, depending on your karma, depending on your connection with the divine. But miracles also could be that I've been wanting something for a very long time, and I don't have the means or the finances to get it, and out of the blue somebody said, Here I have this, I don't want it anymore, do you want to take it? That's a miracle, right? So when these things happen, it is just to let you know that you are on the right track, you are doing the right thing. So, few points that I want to share with you, something that I do on my bad days, or the mindset that I hold for myself on my bad days. It's not that I don't go crazy, yes, I do. Sometimes the emotions are just too much for you to be able to stop and think about what am I doing, should I do this? It's just too much, you just get swept away with the emotions, right? So, I do get swept away with the emotions too. But when I've had enough time to become consciously aware of what I'm doing and how I'm behaving and how I'm feeling. These are a few mindsets I adopt at that time to help me get through these bad days. Number one is remind yourself to take it one day at a time. Sometimes the feeling is not so overwhelming, so you have time before you actually go into full blown depression. There's this build up sort of a period over there, and before it builds up, I remind myself to take it one day at a time. So today is a bad day. Tomorrow it's going to get better. So I'm going to concentrate. I'm just going to probably sleep off the entire day and wait for tomorrow and feel better tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, and if I'm still feeling this way, then I'll repeat the same thing, and it cannot really. How long can it can it really last, right? Because there are going to be events that are going to force you to come out of this situation. So you just wait for something like that to happen. And the moment you remind yourself, you start to see the situation for what it is. You automatically get that strength to do what is needed to get through that day. You know, probably you'll do a short meditation, probably you'll go for a walk, maybe you'll do some small exercise that, you know, and because you've done the task and accomplished it, your energy level already goes up, your vibration already goes up, you already boosted yourself. So it really works. But the thing is to catch yourself before you go full blown into this. Point number two is be kind to yourself. Do whatever feels right at that moment. Like I said, if you feel like you want to go for a walk, or if you want to watch a movie, if you just want to lie in bed and sleep the entire day, you don't want to do your meditation, you don't want to do your practices or your rituals, or you don't want to meet people, or you want to meet people and you just want to hang out and be in a different zone the entire day, do whatever feels good for you, to whatever you think you need to do to bring yourself out of this vibration, or to overcome, to finish the day, to get over with for the day. Most of the time the body already knows what it needs, but our mind is programmed to always, have the hold the steering wheel and tell the body what it needs to do. So I need to meditate, I need to eat, I need to drink, I need to sleep. And so there are days when the body takes over, and no matter what your mind says, your body is on a different role altogether. And it's a good thing to listen to your body from time to time, because it knows the best for you. And point number three, if you have watched my previous video, remember this prayer. Um, Remember that if you have asked for spirit to take over your body, mind, heart, and your soul, and take over your actions, then everything that you are feeling and going through in that day is everything that you were meant to feel and go through in that day. What you need to do is, you can feel it, get through the day. Tomorrow, when you're a little better, you can look back at the day and see what it is that the day was trying to teach you. Trust in the prayer, trust that your words, your prayers have been heard, even though you might not see it in the physical, but energetically things are being taken care of for you. I hope this video helped you in a very small way somewhere in your journey, if these are things that you are going through. Also, there would be a lot of repeated information in my videos, because there isn't too many rules to this journey. It's the same things that we need to remember. It's just different scenarios trying to teach us the exact same lesson. So there will be many repeats. If you're wondering why is everything repeated, I'm just trying to think of different scenarios, real life scenarios, to be able to navigate through in this journey. So thank you so much for watching. Love and light.